What is a prefix? A prefix is an affix which is placed before the stem of a word. Adding it to the beginning of one word changes it into another word. For example, when the prefix un is added to the word happy, it creates the word unhappy. Let's begin the lesson. Antisocial. Antisocial. It is antisocial to leave litter in public places. It is antisocial to leave litter in public places. Antibiotic. Antibiotic. The antibiotic ointment will prevent infection. The antibiotic ointment will prevent infection. Antidote. Antidote. There is no known antidote for this poison. There is no known antidote for this poison. Anticlimax. Anticlimax. The holiday itself was rather an anticlimax after all the excitement of planning it. The holiday itself was rather an anticlimax after all the excitement of planning it. Antiseptic. Antiseptic. Cover the burn with an antiseptic dressing. Cover the burn with an antiseptic dressing. Disqualify. Disqualify. Incomplete information may disqualify you as a candidate. Incomplete information may disqualify you as a candidate. Disappear. Disappear. They watched the bus disappear into the distance. They watched the bus disappear into the distance. Disagree. Disagree. I disagree strongly with this idea. I disagree strongly with this idea. Disappoint. Disappoint. We don't want to disappoint the fans. We don't want to disappoint the fans. Dislike. Dislike. I dislike being away from my family. I dislike being away from my family. interact, interact. Observe how the people in the group interact. Observe how the people in the group interact. Interfere, interfere. I never interfere in his business. I never interfere in his business. Internal, internal. The country stepped up internal security. The country stepped up internal security. Intercept, intercept. So he had driven down from Edinburgh to intercept the train. So he had driven down from Edinburgh to intercept the train. Interior, interior. The original interior of the hotel has been replaced. The original interior of the hotel has been replaced. Previous, previous. I've met him before on 2 previous occasions. I've met him before on 2 previous occasions. Prevent, prevent. Is there anything you can do to prevent wrinkles? Is there anything you can do to prevent wrinkles? Predict, predict. It is impossible to predict who will win. It is impossible to predict who will win. Preschool, preschool. This kind of toy is meant for preschool children. This kind of toy is meant for preschool children. Preview, preview. The band will preview their new album next year. The band will preview their new album next year. Underweight, underweight. The doctor says I'm underweight. The doctor says I'm underweight. Underwater, underwater. He dived underwater and swam away. He dived underwater and swam away. Underground, underground. The house has an underground passage. The house has an underground passage. Underline. Underline. Don't forget to underline the title of the essay. Don't forget to underline the title of the essay. Underpaid. Underpaid. He complained of being underpaid. He complained of being underpaid. Misunderstand. Misunderstand. Don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. Don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. Mistake. Mistake. I feel bad about the mistake. I feel bad about the mistake. Misbehave. Misbehave. She thinks I'm too soft on the kids when they misbehave. She thinks I'm too soft on the kids when they misbehave. Misheard. Misheard. You must have misheard him. You must have misheard him. Misfortune. Misfortune. I'm sorry about your misfortune. I'm sorry about your misfortune. Unkind. Unkind. She was rather hurt by his unkind words. She was rather hurt by his unkind words. Untidy. Untidy. I can't read your untidy writing. I can't read your untidy writing. Unable. Unable. I found myself unable to speak. I found myself unable to speak. Unusual. Unusual. This cake has an unusual flavour. This cake has an unusual flavour. Unlucky. Unlucky. He was very unlucky not to win. He was very unlucky not to win. What is a suffix? A suffix is a letter or a group of letters attached to the end of a word to form a new word or to change the grammatical function of the original word. Basically, A suffix is a few letters put at the end of a word to change its meaning. Let's begin the lesson. Argument. Argument. Never go to bed on an argument. Never go to bed on an argument. Excitement. Excitement. The kids were screaming with excitement. The kids were screaming with excitement. Achievement. Achievement. He has an impressive record of achievement. He has an impressive record of achievement. Development. Development. The new airport will facilitate the development of tourism. The new airport will facilitate the development of tourism. Statement. Statement. The man made a statement to the police. The man made a statement to the police. Painful. Painful. She had a painful cut on her thumb. She had a painful cut on her thumb. Fearful. Fearful. People are fearful of rising crime in the area. People are fearful of rising crime in the area. Delightful. Delightful. The marketplace was filled with delightful smells. The marketplace was filled with delightful smells. Cheerful. Cheerful. She was feeling more cheerful than before. She was feeling more cheerful than before. Stressful. Stressful. She had a stressful job as a sales representative. She had a stressful job as a sales representative. Careless. Careless. The pupil was told off for being careless. The pupil was told off for being careless. Homeless. Homeless. Can you spare some money for the homeless? Can you spare some money for the homeless? Speechless. Speechless. The news had left the audience speechless. The news had left the audience speechless. endless, endless. There is endless work to do when you have children in the house. There is endless work to do when you have children in the house. Useless, useless. A car is useless without petrol. A car is useless without petrol. Softly, softly. She closed the door softly behind her. She closed the door softly behind her. Quietly, quietly. James sat quietly reading his book. James sat quietly reading his book. Sadly, sadly. I must sadly decline your generous invitation. I must sadly decline your generous invitation. Quickly, quickly. He quickly scooped the money up from the desk. He quickly scooped the money up from the desk. Lovely, lovely. Her hair has a lovely gloss. Her hair has a lovely gloss. Inward, inward. The door swung inward. The door swung inward. Afterwards, afterwards. We saw the film and afterwards walked home together. We saw the film and afterwards walked home together. Towards, towards. He headed downhill towards the river. He headed downhill towards the river. Backwards, backwards. She lost her balance and tumbled backwards. She lost her balance and tumbled backwards. Outwards, outwards. Does the window open outwards? Does the window open outwards? Membership, membership. The health club charges an annual membership fee. The health club charges an annual membership fee. Internship, internship. Tom has a summer internship at a local TV station. Tom has a summer internship at a local TV station. Ownership. Ownership. The ownership of the painting remains unclear. The ownership of the painting remains unclear. Worship. Worship. They bowed their heads in worship. They bowed their heads in worship. Courtship. Courtship. They married after a brief courtship. They married after a brief courtship. Marriage. Marriage. Please accept my hearty congratulations upon your marriage. Please accept my hearty congratulations upon your marriage. Vintage. Vintage. The museum will have a permanent exhibition of 60 vintage cars. The museum will have a permanent exhibition of 60 vintage cars. Drainage. Drainage. The drainage system needs careful construction. The drainage system needs careful construction. Salvage. Salvage. What can I do to salvage my reputation? What can I do to salvage my reputation? Orphanage. Orphanage. He was educated at an orphanage in London. He was educated at an orphanage in London. Freshness. Freshness. We guarantee the freshness of all our produce. We guarantee the freshness of all our produce. Sadness. Sadness. Her eyes expressed deep sadness. Her eyes expressed deep sadness. Illness. Illness. The bad weather aggravated his illness. The bad weather aggravated his illness. Kindness. Kindness. I can't thank you enough for your kindness. I can't thank you enough for your kindness. Rudeness. Rudeness. He offended her with his rudeness. He offended her with his rudeness. Active. Active. I had an active social life when I was at college. I had an active social life when I was at college. Informative. Informative. The book is both thoughtful and informative. The book is both thoughtful and informative. Creative. Creative. He is a very creative musician. He is a very creative musician. Expensive. Expensive. She was wearing an expensive new outfit. She was wearing an expensive new outfit. Expressive. Expressive. He had a quiet but expressive voice. He had a quiet but expressive voice. Clockwise. Clockwise. Please turn the key in a clockwise direction. Please turn the key in a clockwise direction. Otherwise. Otherwise. Walk slowly on the ice, otherwise you'll fall. Walk slowly on the ice, otherwise you'll fall. Lengthwise. Lengthwise. Cut the carrots lengthwise. Cut the carrots lengthwise. Likewise. Likewise. The food was excellent, likewise the wine. The food was excellent, likewise the wine. Edgewise. Edgewise. I could not get a word in edgewise. I could not get a word in edgewise. Poetic. Poetic. Her voice has a raw, poetic beauty. Her voice has a raw, poetic beauty. Iconic. Iconic. John Lennon gained iconic status following his death. John Lennon gained iconic status following his death. Organic. Organic. The shop sells organic food. The shop sells organic food. Heroic. Heroic. Rescuers made heroic efforts to save the crew. Rescuers made heroic efforts to save the crew. Enthusiastic, enthusiastic. He is enthusiastic about pop music. He is enthusiastic about pop music. Vigilant, vigilant. The thief was spotted by vigilant neighbours. The thief was spotted by vigilant neighbours. Brilliant, brilliant. She was a brilliant public speaker. She was a brilliant public speaker. Reliant, reliant. The charity is completely reliant on public donations. The charity is completely reliant on public donations. Defiant, defiant. He was a bold and defiant little boy. He was a bold and defiant little boy. Elegant, elegant. The building is a showpiece of elegant design. The building is a showpiece of elegant design. Celebration, celebration. The victory was a cause for great celebration. The victory was a cause for great celebration. Opinion, opinion. Public opinion can force the government into action. Public opinion can force the government into action. Decision, decision. It was a tough decision to make. It was a tough decision to make. Revision, revision. Friday afternoons are left free for revision. Friday afternoons are left free for revision. Ambition, ambition. His ambition is to sail round the world. His ambition is to sail round the world.